Yeah. Swashbuckler.
Why? These are words you're looking at and you're like, yeah, these need to be said.
Welcome to the Variety Voiceover Nerdcast. This week, two geeks, try again. I'm your host, Camden Parsons, here with my co-host.
Oh, Derek Yarnovich.
How you doing, Derek?
I am eating an applesauce.
Yeah, you are. Is it good?
It's delicious.
Is it delightful?
It's squeezable apple cinnamon. And a hint of cinnamon.
You know,
delightful.
I love cinnamon. I love applesauce. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm such a slut for applesauce.
I would stick my. I'd get a jar
go ahead
of
and finish that.
I would stick a straw down into it and just drink it.
I would actually also do that. Actually, I have done
basically what this is, but in a smaller version.
I also feel like it shouldn't be called sauce. I feel like that's not like an appropriate name for what it is. You know.
What is it then?
I don't know. It just doesn't feel like a sauce. Paste, maybe.
Yeah.
Apple paste.
Can I get a little bit of that apple paste?
Yeah, I guess apple paste doesn't really have the same ring to it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never felt like sauce was an appropriate title for that snack. You know.
Well,
it's also the only sauce that you like.
Technically,
normally.
you can have a snack who you like to eat could be a little saucy. Camden, you've been farting for the past.
No,
10
I'm
minutes.
not wafting. I'm telling you to bring the mic closer to your face. It's not picking up.
It is in my face.
No, no. Yeah, there you go. Now say something. Say something.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Is it because I'm louder now?
No. Well, okay. Now you're peaking a little bit.
Okay.
There's a dial. You just gotta adjust. You're doing great, buddy.
Okay.
It's only like we've been doing this for 18 episodes.
Yeah.
Well, technically 20 episodes because we had an episode 0, and we also had an episode yesterday that didn't work. And now we're gonna talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So, as I'm sure you can all imagine, it is Thursday. It is past 3 p.m. and we haven't released an episode. This is, I think, the first time this has ever happened. I think there was one week where maybe I uploaded at like 3:30 or something like that, like really early on. But that's the exception.
Well, there are probably 3 or 4 people who are devastated.
I know I'm so sorry, Michael. I was about this earlier today too, actually, real quick. I like and I think we even talked about it at one point early on in the show, where I like when people have like a person's name as their fan base.
Yeah.
Right? And we always joke about how Michael's the only person who listens to our show, so I feel like it'd be really funny if fans of the Variety Voiceover were Michael. Like, our fan base is called Michael. Or Mike, right? So that every time that we're like the Mike's listening, and then it's so if you're a fan of the Variety Voiceover, you're a Mike.
Well, that is also a double meaning because, like, it could be a microphone. The
mics.
mics.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Genius. Genius.
I love how we're doing this so early on in our adventure.
Like we even have fans to call Mikes.
Exactly.
Aside from Mike, of course.
Yeah.
Shout out Mike.
Shout out Mike. But yeah. There's a portion of this that's going to be a little bit awkward.
Yes.
Because we had a big episode that we were both pretty proud of.
Yeah, it might have even been our new best episode.
Yeah,
in my
which
opinion.
we've said a couple times.
Yeah, but that's the point, though. You got to keep getting better. If we don't every time, at least frequently, think that this new one's our best episode, I feel like we're doing it wrong.
Yeah. So we're going to go through our spiel a little bit. I imagine that some of it might seem like a little bit.
I don't even remember what we talked about. I know that there is one thing I want to bring to your attention I forgot about until afterward anyway.
Yeah.
And that is that Invincible has announced that they're coming out with 2 new compendiums.
Oh.
One for the Astounding Wolfman.
Oh.
And one for Tech Jacket.
Which I will be picking up.
I will also be picking up.
As soon as it comes out.
I don't have any Invincible compendiums. I just very recently managed to get... You wheezed so hard at that fart that you spit and it hit my elbow. I felt it hit my... you might be able to see... Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's funny. But I don't like the fact that there is your spit on my elbow right now, to be honest with you.
Didn't you wipe your tears on Argenti?
Shut up.
Okay.
How about you just don't worry about it? Anyway, I don't own any of the compendiums for Invincible. I now own all of the trade paperbacks.
Okay.
But I don't own anything past that yet. I just very recently came into the last half of the trades that I needed.
Yeah.
but I want to collect all of Invincible, like all of Invincible.
Right.
You know, and so I'm working through trades right now. I guess now that I have all of the actual Invincible, I need to get the spin-offs, and I have a handful of those, but I don't have any Tech Jacket. I only have one Wolfman, and I'm missing the other half of both Guardian of the Globe and Invincible Universe.
Do you think that if Spider-Man was as collectible as Invincible was,
I would
have
most
all
certainly
of it?
have all of it already.
Okay,
I'm sure.
because like that's one of the things that I think about was like you say that Spider-Man is like that is it overall.
See,
Spider-Man.
I kind of go up and down with it now though, because like I feel like I might like Invincible more, but like Spider-Man has been my goat. He has been with me since day one. I have pictures of me like fresh out the womb. Like they popped out and I went thwip thwip, and they put like a Spider-Man like footsie on me, right? Like Spider-Man's been there forever. Like I don't think you can replace Spider-Man, but like in the same breath, like
you kind of have to grow.
I really like Invincible.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man is just a hit or miss now. I don't think there's anything bad Invincible that I've seen so far, but there are definitely bad Spider-Man projects. You know?
Yeah. But I feel like that has a lot more to do with how many people have their hands in Spider-Man.
That is true.
Versus, it's just Robert Kirkman.
Just Kirkman, yeah.
Which would allow a lot of variables to it.
Actually, speaking of Spider-Man, I did pick up a haul a couple days ago. I got a couple more comics. I got Kraven's Last Hunt, which is like the definitive Spider-Man story, right?
Yeah.
It's like if someone's going to recommend you a Spider-Man story, it's typically Kraven's Last Hunt. And I've never actually read it, so I was like, I'll pick that up. And I got...
You're going to make me relive this, aren't you?
No, yeah, you're going to shut up and listen. Like a I don't know.
I'll say it.
I was going to say Good Little Girl was the first thing that came to my mind, but like I don't want to say that to you.
Just grab a wig and just put it on right now.
I can't believe this. And I also got Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe.
Okay.
My dad had that when we were kids. Got it when it was coming out, and I was like, "That looks cool." He's like, "You cannot read this."
We saw it at. I remember I actually I don't know if I pointed it out last time we went to a comic book shop or something, but I know that I saw it there.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming out with newer stuff, right?
Yeah, I think they're doing it for a third time. There's a couple different Deadpool Kills things. Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, I think, was the first one. And then I know there's also Deadpool Killustrated, where he does basically the same thing, but in works of literature. Like, he goes and kills the captain from Moby Dick. I know it's one of them. I can't remember what
that's
the
really
thing is.
cool.
And I know it's the original run was a trilogy, and I don't remember what the third one was. And then... obviously, he did it again, I guess, because now there's also this third one. I didn't know there was a second one. And I didn't know that there was a third one until you're right. I think you pointed out to me. We saw it in a comic book shop. But yeah, they just can't let Deadpool stop killing people, I guess.
Well, that's kind of his thing.
When I was scrolling, chronically online. When I was flipping through the pages to like see like, oh yeah, this is what I want to get right now, whatever. I flipped right open to the page where he shoots Spider-Man straight in the face.
Well, I'm sure that was traumatizing.
Blam. I also got Daredevil Mayor Fisk, which is the run that their Daredevil Born Again is doing. Like right now is based off that story. And on top of that, the Daredevil short box I have for all my individual issues, the art on it is actually the cover art for this comic. And the last thing I got is the first volume of Tom Taylor's run on Nightwing. I talk about it all the time. It's the run that got me back into comic books, and I would say arguably what got me into the point where I'm at now, where I've kind of been up and down with it. But since that Nightwing run, I was reading that when it was coming out consistently. And then started reading Invincible, and was doing that for a while, and then that kind of sent me on this train of like, God, I love comic books. Yeah. It's really, really, really good, and I've been debating for a while. I think there's like 6 or 7 volumes of his run, and I read all of it except maybe the last one. And so I just like I'm gonna collect them all eventually. I was there. I was like, I see it, might as well. So I grabbed it. Yeah. So
have you heard of the word deja vu?
Yeah, actually, there's a song. I think it's from an anime, like "Deja Vu," and been in this place before. And I used to have a buddy. I think I still have a buddy. I haven't talked to him in a while, but he's a great guy. His name's Thurman, and Thurman's awesome. And we used to make videos together back when we were like kids. And one of the ones he had an idea for was "Deja Blue," and
which is water.
Yeah. But the whole thing was like synced to that song. And it was like the whole bit was like deja blue will kill you.
Yeah.
So like we would do like a certain thing, and it's like deja blue may cause nausea, headaches, blah, blah, death, blah, blah, something like that.
Drowning.
Yeah, like it was not good. You could definitely tell that I think I was 12 and he was 14 at the time, and you could definitely tell that in the video.
Which is fair.
There is a part where my other friend Tanner was there with us, helped us film it, and we just pushed him down a hill, which is revenge because a couple years prior to that, he pushed me down a hill, and I definitely did something to my knee. But my mom doesn't believe in hospitals, so I just kind of toughed it out.
Doesn't believe in them at all. Like,
that's the joke that we always say. Like, no, they exist, but it's just they're expensive, so she doesn't take us. So yeah, I definitely messed up my knee somehow. I don't know what I did to it for sure, but I tried going around with crutches, but they were like, you need some kind of form for that, and I didn't have a form because obviously I didn't go to the doctors. I took them from Tanner's basement, actually. Funny enough, I showed up to his house in a limp the next day. I was like, can I take the crutches from the basement? Yeah. And then they were like, hey, you can't have those in school. So the next day I showed up with a cane. and they were like, hey, you can't have that in school. And I was like, you are harassing the disabled.
Right.
And you'll be hearing from my lawyer. And then I didn't do that.
Did you really?
No, I didn't really say that. Okay. I was more just like, guys, please, my knee hurts so bad, and my mom won't take me to the hospital.
Yeah.
And they were like,
which is wild because they should have looked into that.
Oh, probably. I can't say with certainty, but I probably sprained it or something. Like it wasn't bad enough. Like it healed. I'm fine now. It wasn't like it wasn't broken or anything like that. But it was definitely bad enough that I shouldn't have been on it for sure.
Were you an accident-prone kid?
Yeah, that's why I have a scar on each of my eyebrows.
Yeah. I thought that was just an aesthetic look.
No. This one I got from hitting my head off the bolt on a water slide, and this one I got from hitting my head off the corner of a round table.
Bolt on a water slide?
Yeah.
Were you sliding on your belly?
I was on this water slide with my dad, and they had there were two tubes, right?
Yeah.
And my brother Clayton was a little bit older than me, so he was able to go by himself. But my dad didn't feel comfortable with me going down there by myself, so he rode with me. So he, the first time they had two different colored ones. There was a blue one and there was a yellow one, like Invincible. Oh my god, dude! It's just good. It's just good. What? No, but so we got on the blue one first because both of our favorite colors were blue, and I was a kid. And I was like, yeah, blue, yeah, cool. Yeah. And I rode in the front, and he rode in the back. Went down, cool, fine. We go up to go again, and I was like, this time let's do the yellow one to make sure we get all of them.
Yeah.
And we'll swap. And I'll be in the back this time.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay.
Yeah.
So we go up, and it kind of amazed. I guess they told us later that there was a problem with the yellow ones, was why this happened. But it amazed me it didn't happen with the blue one either. Because my dad, I think at the time, was like 250 or so-ish. Maybe a little bit smaller, maybe a little bit bigger. I don't know for sure. And I was like 6, so I was probably somewhere between like 60 to 80, maybe somewhere in that range.
I would say that's probably average.
So the fact that it didn't flip the first time is mind-boggling because it did flip the second time, and I ended up just getting jorseled down this whole tube.
Yeah,
and obviously
which is that water slide's pretty rough.
It's intense, yeah. And I hit my head directly on a bolt. I was flopped around and it went right onto a bolt, and my whole head got not my whole head, but this portion of my head got cut open.
Yeah. Thought you were just a boxer.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Cut me, Mick. Cut me.
No, I'm not cool enough for that.
Yeah. I was very accident prone as a child.
Were you?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have any cool scars?
I have one on the back of my head. I used to, as a child, jump down steps from probably too high.
Yeah.
And at the bottom of our steps was a carpet.
Yeah.
That apparently didn't need any grips on the bottom. And it was an older house that had a wooden step, has a little accent, all the way around. And I would jump, and I would be like, yeah, stick the landing. But the carpet had other ideas.
Yeah.
And slipped out from underneath of me, and I would smack the back of my head off of the step. And I vaguely remember going up to my dad, and I had a white T-shirt on to start with, and it was no longer white after I.
What color was it?
Red. It was soaked.
Oh.
Yeah.
But okay, all right.
Why would I mean piss?
Because you pissed yourself. You got so scared you pissed yourself.
No,
I'm sorry.
I cracked the back of my head open, very, very hard.
I had something similar like that, but taking it back to like nerd shit a little bit. When I
Yeah.
was a little kid, I had an accident where my dad was at his computer, and I went, "Dad, watch this. I'm Spider-Man," and tried to jump from his bed to the desk. And of course, when I tried to sling a web, nothing came out, so I just hit my head off of his desk. And I you can't really see it, but I do have one on the top of my head about here.
Yeah.
That's from that. Spider-Man.
I imagine he would like
bash his face off the computer desk.
computer stand.
Computer stand. Yeah. Speaking of superheroes, let's get into our main thing that we did last time, and now we have to run them through so that we could figure the F out.
Have you ever heard of the word deja vu?
Yeah, actually, when I was a kid, I had this video I filmed with my buddy Thurman. No. No. Okay. So my concept for this week that I brought to the table is we so often discuss things like Invincible, like Spider-Man, like Marvel, DC, Image. A lot of superhero content is discussed on this show. That I thought it'd be fun if we took a spin on it on our own and tried to create our own superhero universe. Right. That was the topic, making a superhero universe. Here's what we got. Feel free to pitch in at any time. So we wanted to run a route similar to something like Invincible, where there's a main character that you follow so that it's consistent. We don't have to worry about like this, and this. There's a main character in this universe, right? And what did we name him? His real name is what? Is Brian Wade.
Good old Brian Wade.
Brian Wade is our main character. And we did a little bit of lore building, which might be what I want to touch on today, since we kind of developed the main character a little bit. But basically, we decided that there's an event that happened. Did we decide when it was? Was it like the 70s?
So we decided that at the beginning of it was probably right around the 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
And then we're 3 generations out from that, so I would imagine we're probably closer to today's age.
But if you think about it, though, a generation isn't that long. Like, my dad was born in the 70s, and I'm just a generation below it. Well, I guess... No, I'm not, because millennials are between my dad's generation and mine.
Yes.
So I guess that
you're
is
the
2 generations
third,
later, yeah. All right, cool.
So it would be right around now, or technically they would be kids now.
Oh, that's right, which was part of our point there. Yeah, okay, so when this event happened, it caused a group of people within the radius of this event. We're still touching out the details here, so that's why we're being vague here. We don't know this yet. This is part of the fun of building this. This event caused people to start getting superpowers. And as these generations have gone on, the superpowers have become, less common?
Yeah, I would say that they've become less common because of fertility issues that is growing off of this.
Our main character, Brian Wade, wants more than anything to be a superhero, but just does not have the genetic disposition to get any type of ability or anything like that, right?
Right.
So, in this age, when the superheroes started to form, essentially 2 factions were created, right?
Correct.
The freelance heroes, who essentially you can kind of think of it as like Team Cap in Civil War, and then there was like the corporate heroes, which you kind of think of more of like Team Iron Man, right? Where the corporate heroes are like, this needs to be a government regulated thing. These people are basically weapons, and when they need to be controlled. Versus the freelance are like, we have to do what's right, no matter, what person in charge is trying to tell us what to do. Right.
We're trying to save people. We're trying to do what's right.
Because Brian couldn't get any kind of push into the hero world, he decided to work for the corporation. We haven't decided on a name for it yet. While at this corporation, he meets Roy Spencer, who is this new 3rd generation hero, and they work together because he's a scientist and he's developing different things at the corporate whatever. In said corporate whatever, Roy Spencer, do you remember we named him what his superhero name is?
We're gonna do Flint or Kindling.
Oh, Kindling or Flint. That's something we're still working on too. So we'll run for this. We'll call him Kindling. I like that a lot. Kindling discovers that there's an underground, essentially breeding farm in this corporate place because they're trying to figure out how to keep manufacturing superheroes, kind of like the boys, kind of. And this, of course, gets him killed. But the way he gets killed, and this is what we're kind of up in the air about. We'll talk about this a little bit afterward. But once he's discovered, the company has a scientist who's been researching how these powers work and stuff take his powers from him. And unknowingly, it's Brian. Brian takes his powers from him and basically cripples the kid. And then we haven't decided for sure yet how it happens, but then from there, he gets Kindling's powers. And now that he's been, I don't know, bestowed powers that he's waited his whole life for, but he had to essentially kill a kid on accident to get them. Yeah. It's like now that's where the superhero journey starts. So the main point of that episode was to try and kind of like set some kind of baseline. Like as you could tell from my explanation of it, there's a lot of like placeholder stuff. Yeah. Because our goal was to get a main characters established, and I feel like we did that pretty well.
I'm really sad that the episode is not as fleshed out as we would like it to be. It didn't work out because, working through that was very fun. And
it was
a lot of fun. It was very entertaining to do. But I'm gonna look on the bright side of all of this. I'm
jealousy turning saints into this.
Yeah, sorry. You just Mr. Brightside over here.
I'm Mr. Brightside.
But no, I'm really excited to talk more about it.
I agree. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. At the end of the episode, I was like, dude, I'm so excited to get back into this.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, we have
fast.
the opportunity to, flesh out this idea a little bit more and put more input into it that we might actually be able to get something baseline down to start maybe a comic or a story.
Dude, how awesome would that be? We could find like an artist like that to write for us, and we could ship it off to Image Comics and be like, yo, Rob Liefeld, Todd McFarlane, take a peek. What do you think?
It would be really cool to have
Rob Liefeld, you can't draw feet, but I still appreciate what you've done, man. Pouches and Deadpool, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Todd McFarlane gave us some of the best work on Spider-Man and Spawn, so like Todd McFarlane's kind of goated. I talked about him a little bit in my MCU suit video. Yeah. Sorry.
I mean, I could illustrate it. I do stick figures.
I knew. I don't know how, but I just knew that was going to go there.
The look on your face told
I was
everything.
like thinking about some kind of way to like make a stick figure joke, and you got there before me.
I got you.
It was great.
Yep. Beat you to the punchline.
But yeah, okay. So what I'm thinking is from here, we didn't even mention his name. The idea that we had is we also needed to do. We needed some kind of power set, and we decided that kindling is called kindling or flint. Like, so we haven't decided for sure. We should decide right now. Do you like kindling or flint?
I like
more?
kindling.
I also like kindling
because it kind of has like kid in it as well.
But we can't just straight up call him kidling because that just sounds like young kid, which is redundant.
Yeah.
But yeah,
but kindling.
Yeah, I like kindling a lot, so we'll call him kindling. Kindling was called that because he has fire-based abilities.
Yes.
Right? And of course, whenever he's a child.
No.
You say he's hot? Did you say he's hot?
Or so you thought.
Oh.
What?
All right, never mind. We'll skip over that. The idea that we had is that when Brian gets these powers, it turns out that he did not have fire abilities. He had elemental abilities and only knew how to use the fire aspect of it. So as the story goes on, Brian will learn other... Now that I'm saying it out loud, it kind of sounds like Avatar a little bit.
No. Avatar is a masterpiece, and this is not. Yet?
Yeah, you don't know. Maybe we're masterclass writers. This is still brainstorming session.
This is different. I mean, you can have elemental abilities without it being Avatar.
Yeah, but they learn them as they go on and get better at them, and then they become a master of the elements. Isn't that the plot of Avatar?
But you're not becoming the master.
I guess that's like a loose plot.
No, technically
Avatar.
not.
I don't know, man. I watched like 6 episodes of Avatar.
Yeah.
I desperately need to get back to it.
Know.
Everyone always talks about how great Avatar was, and I was getting kind of into it, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I started watching it because of a girl, and then I stopped because of the girl.
Yeah.
So I never finished Avatar, but I know it's really good, and I gotta get to it.
I highly recommend it. But no, I mean, there's definitely I feel like there's only so many ways you can go about the progression of that power that doesn't sound like Avatar.
That's
you
fair.
know, I feel like as long as it's done well, you can separate it.
Yeah, that's fair. But the other big thing we didn't get to is Brian's hero name.
Mm-hmm.
We decided that he would be called Outsider.
Yes.
And I even looked it up afterward because I was kind of nervous. I was like, Outsiders definitely sounds like it's already a thing. But apparently the only like case of outsider I've seen is there is a team in DC called the Outsiders. And I guess there's a point where Alfred becomes a bad guy and he calls himself Outsider. I don't feel like that's big enough of a character to worry about it because it's not Outsider, it's Alfred.
Yeah.
But yeah, so kindling an outsider.
Yep.
So I think the big thing today that I kind of wanted to touch on, if it's cool with you, is I want to go into the world building a little bit more.
Okay.
Because especially during that explanation, like I was like, yeah, there's this corporate company we have this idea for.
Mm-hmm.
They need a name. We need some idea for the corporate place. And I'd also like the idea of coming up with some kind of name for maybe the freelance people. Like maybe that's like that's a team. Or maybe it's just like, I don't know. I'm thinking team, but I don't know for sure.
What if like the company had like a head, and the head of the company, his last name was like maybe like something born, like Osborne.
No,
and then
no,
you could
knock it off.
Maybe name the company like it's a corporation. You can be like Oscorp.
I really wish I owned a taser.
Why? Shocking
Don't
that
ask
you
me
don't.
why. You know damn well why.
What?
Oscorp have an ass. No, lock in. I don't think that it should necessarily be named after a single person.
Yeah.
I feel like
Do you want that word corp in it?
maybe not necessarily corp, but I like the idea of corporation, or company even.
Do you want? I think that it should be something that's like public facing.
Yeah.
But
It's something the public can latch onto. Like I don't necessarily want to call it like the superhero company, but something kind of like that, where like maybe the public hears it and is like, yeah, these are people who are gonna save us. You know.
I feel like a lot of the words that we can pull out of like a hat, where it's like justice, safety, hero.
The Safety Society.
You're nodding your head.
I don't know how I
with
feel
the
about
same-
that because I actually kind of like the sound of that, but I definitely don't want that to be the corporation name. Maybe that can be like some kind of like
the freelancers.
maybe like the Teen Titans essentially. This universe, right? This is the Safety Society, and they're like Joe characters.
Teen
Maybe
Team.
they die in this or something like that.
Okay, team.
Well, I'm not gonna call them the Teen Team. That's taken. The Safety Society.
They have 2 S's on their chest.
No, because then they'll look if like you stylize it at all. 2 S's might look like lightning bolts, right? And then 2 lightning bolts next to each other is Nazi imagery, and the
Yeah, that's fair.
and the Safety Society are not Nazis.
Yeah.
I want that to be abundantly clear. We're not. I mean, we might make Nazis, but they would be bad guys, not good guys.
No, they would
We
definitely
don't
not.
like Nazis.
Yeah.
But Nazis are great characters for like stories and like development and stuff. Like hell, the first appearance of Captain America is him punching Adolf Hitler right in the face.
Back to the topic of the corporation.
Yeah. Maybe we can ask the internet for some like synonyms for what's say synonyms for hero? Champion. I kind of like that. Like these are your champions. These are the people who protect you.
Mm-hmm.
The Champion Corporation.
I feel like that could be marketed like.
Maybe we can combine that. Like you made the joke about Oscorp. Maybe we can combine that somehow. Like Champion Corporation. The Champeration. No. I feel like there's something there, and I'm not seeing. Don't eat the crab dip. No, there's something.
What?
There's something there, and it's not clicking in my brain, but I know it's there.
Cham Corp.
Chamcorp is not bad, but I feel like we can do better than that.
We absolutely can. That was
Divinity. The Divinity Corporation. That sounds legit.
Because I mean, it could
Divicorp.
The Divinity Corporation sounds a lot more because I imagine that whenever this first happened, they thought these people were gods.
Maybe I wouldn't mind leaning in that direction, but I gotta be honest with you. Like, I don't particularly care for like religious imagery in like stories and stuff like that. Like if
Didn't
we
you
could
love Kingdom Come?
Was Kingdom Come religious?
The
because
art style.
was Jesus Superman? Or wait, no, wait, Jesus, wait, Superman was Jesus.
Yeah.
No, I mean, if you think about it, Jesus was a Superman. He was
the art style was very Catholic.
Well, no, but that's Alex Ross. All of his art's like that. I wouldn't necessarily say the art was religious in it. I love Alex Ross. You know, he actually got his art in a museum recently. Like
that makes
an
sense.
Actual museum. Yeah. I think that's crazy. Some of the synonyms I'm finding we could use. This is noun as in submarine sandwich, so we could have grinder, hoagie, sub.
The Grinder Corp. Tell me how that works out.
No. Charlatan, daredevil, entrepreneur, explorer, fortune hunter,
Daredevil
gambler,
Daredevil Corp.
heroine.
Heroin Corp.
Yeah.
It's pretty addictive.
Yeah. Swashbuckler.
Why? These are words you're looking at and you're like, yeah, these need to be said.
That's exactly what I was thinking. That's crazy that you said it like that. That is actually exactly why I did that. Yeah. I kind of like Divinity. I like Divinity Corp.
I want to run with the Divinity.
Okay, bet. All right. So he works for Divinity Corporation, right? And this is a corporation where their goal is to try and create, or not create, but like essentially have some kind of like foothold on the superhero market, right? Yeah. Like I would say that they're probably the superhero representative in Congress or something like that, right?
Do you think they're for hire? Do you think that?
Yeah. Well, I feel like for it to be a corporation, they need to be a business, and I feel like in a superhero business, you got to hire them. So I feel like maybe not necessarily all of them. Maybe
I would imagine like
maybe they have their own version of like the Justice League, and they're fancy, you can't touch them. They're like the heroes, and then maybe like you have like a B, C, D tier, and then like the D tier heroes are for hire.
Well, I would say that when it comes down to more so like pushing the narrative that like these guys can be for hire as like mercenaries for like war crimes.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Where it's like other countries can hire these heroes.
Okay, I gotta be honest with you. When I thought of this idea, I wasn't really thinking about the overseas politics of the superhero industry.
Yeah. Wow. Let's fan it out. Let's talk it through.
Maybe let's fan it down a little bit in a different direction for now. I think overseas politics might be something interesting to touch on, but we don't even have a name for where. We don't even know where it takes place yet. Where is Divinity Corp? Where's
Washington, D.C.
No, that's boring. We need to put it somewhere random, like Chicago.
Why?
No, I don't like Chicago.
Why is that? No, that's not.
Hell, you know what we could do? We also about being close. How many stories you ever heard that take place in like Pittsburgh or Columbus? I know there's one. I'm pretty sure. Oh, well, no, Oblivion Song I think takes place in like Philadelphia or something like that. And there's a story that Mike was telling me about what takes place like in Pittsburgh. But like those are big cities near us that like you don't ever really hear about them in fiction because it's not New York. So maybe we could set it in like Columbus.
Could be. Cool.
I've been to Pittsburgh more, but I think setting I think making a big superhero corporation take place in Ohio is just really funny.
Yeah. Just like why would you pick here?
Yeah, maybe like there's just too much going on in New York.
Yeah.
And they always say Ohio is the heart of it all. Like, it's a little more like
who does?
Ohio. It's shaped like a heart. A lot of Ohio merchandise is the heart of it all. I think it's on the welcome sign. Welcome to Ohio, the heart of it all.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't pay attention.
Bro, you live in Ohio. How have you never noticed
No, I don't.
This?
I live in Mississippi.
No, you don't. You're a goddamn goober.
I love how like yesterday we had a full talk about how you like to lie. And that's gone.
I don't think that conversation ever happened. I think that you made that up, and I think that you're lying and gaslighting the audience right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's Jeff the Killer going?
Oh, I don't like you. Still waiting for my shirt.
Yep.
I'm just kidding. I don't want to egg you on because I don't actually want you to give me that shirt. I would.
It didn't come in.
Okay, good.
I imagine that the listing was not good, so I'm gonna have to order another one.
No, I don't believe that, because there's no way you actually bought a shirt and it just didn't come in and you're like, oh well, you know what? Shit happens. What a waste of money! Not a waste of money in the first place. Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Okay, never mind then. Still, then, just don't, man, just don't.
Why?
Anyway,
I think you'd look
okay.
smashing.
So are we agreeing? Are we in agreement in Columbus, or you feel something about it? You think it's somewhere better?
I think Columbus is fine.
You think it's fine?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Divinity Corporation out of Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
So that
it's just like the largest building out of everything.
Yeah, it's like
there's nothing else out there
no,
that's very large.
Columbus has some pretty big buildings, I think. Columbus skyline. Yeah, Columbus has some fairly large buildings.
I want to know what the scale is. What's the largest building in Columbus?
Oh, I bet I could definitely ask the internet that. The Rhodes State Office Tower is the tallest building in Columbus. It is, I think that's 629 feet tall.
Okay. 629 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, so the average building height in New York City is 981, and that's the average.
Well, yeah, we got to think average is, because they also have the Empire State Building there, which is super, super huge.
Right, but I'm just saying.
And then, so if you have another building that's down here and this one's up here, it's the average is going to be about here in the middle.
But I'm just saying, the most likely.
This is why we're doing it in Columbus. We could just put it in New York if we wanted to buy around a bunch of other big ass buildings. These buildings are big enough. They are a reasonable size. Some would even say the bigger ones would hurt. Okay, these are good buildings, and I like them. And shut your mouth.
I would be intimidated by the larger buildings.
Exactly,
for sure.
exactly. Yeah. So we're not gonna.
How many penis jokes do you think we're gonna make throughout the continuation of these episodes?
Probably a lot, especially the more we talk about the Divinity Tower.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude, Divinity Tower. We didn't even think about that when we started this. Divinity Tower totally sounds like a nickname for a penis.
Yeah, yeah. Also,
whipped out my Divinity Tower. Yeah.
I'm gonna use that. But like Divinity Corporation, we could just put like a big DC on the tower.
Oh God, I didn't even know that either. Oh, I don't want to be. It's not because you can't do that because DC's a thing. We don't want to.
What do you mean?
DC?
What about it?
DC?
What?
DC Comics?
Are you trying to like DC his dick thing? Is that?
Oh my God, is it not resonating with you right now? DC, as in like the publisher for Batman and Superman, and Wonder. Okay, now you're messing. I thought maybe it didn't click at first.
I thought Marvel made this.
Oh, okay. All right, you're rage baiting me. We're getting so lost. We're not doing nearly as well as we did the first time. Look,
no, we're not.
We gotta lock in.
Okay.
We gotta lock in.
Locked in.
Okay. So we know that the Divinity Corporation is where Brian Wade works.
Yes.
Okay. The Divinity Corporation is manufacturing children.
Yeah.
To try to create like what's the word? Not organically. Like they're making it happen themselves. You know what I'm talking about? What is the word I'm looking for? I think it's manufacture. They're manufacturing the next generation of heroes. They're trying to figure out a way to create powers. Maybe what we could do is at some point in the story, maybe it could be like the end of the first arc. Whatever it is because our idea is that Bob, or not. Why do I keep calling him Bob?
I don't know.
Brian Wade is a scientist.
Yes.
That's like he couldn't get powers of his own, so he became a scientist and devoted himself to the study of like heroes and their abilities and their applications in the world and this and that. And that's how he got a job at Divinity Corporation. He's a lead scientist on superhero research and shit, right? Well, I'm sure we can, narrow that down a little more as we go on, but he was put in charge of figuring out how to. How do we word it last time? Like he is running the experiments that take away heroes' powers, but he doesn't know that's what it is he's doing.
He thinks that it's mostly just like he thinks that he is doing research into how they work. Yeah. How the genetics and everything have mutated over the years.
Yeah.
And everything like that. He's trying to do that, but there's people that are higher up that are using his research to take the powers away. Because obviously you have to be able to...
But the whole thing with Roy getting his powers taken is it has to come from Brian for it to be this big emotional thing where, like, him and this kid work together and...
I imagine that there's probably a way that we can make it so that, you know, Mr. Brian Wade has no idea that what he's about to do is taking the powers away from this kid.
Yeah.
Say that there was one time that he needed to do a sample or something like that, and he ended up doing the procedure before it was completely finalized because he thought that he had the breakthrough. And that's what took it away.
We could do is maybe because he's good friends with Kindling,
he's like, I have something that I need you.
Yeah,
to help
like
me
maybe
with.
there's another scientist in there that's going to try and take claim to his work, or maybe that's what maybe the kid's maybe it's a plug because like I said, the whole thing is that the Divinity Corporation is trying to get Kindling killed. So maybe what it is maybe there's another scientist who works there, and then the Divinity Corporation. We could come up with some kind of head guy. The Divinity Corporation. Oh my god. Like tells them to, like, stage, like, I'm going to take your research. I'm going to go present this, and I'm going to get all the credit for this. So then Brian's like, this is my big, this could be what gets, like, some actual attention and get me somewhere closer to maybe being an actual hero. Because he's, like, 30-something. He like his time is, like, past, or so he thinks, right? We talked about this yesterday. Don't we didn't know that's the whole reason we made him older. He thinks it's too late for him, and then he realizes it's not. Don't worry, this is a coming of age story, but just like at a different point of life.
I feel like there's a good way for us to do it where it's
coming of middle age.
Coming on middle age?
Oh no!
No, I think there's a good way that Brian has no idea what's going on. He's given a task by his boss to administer something to Kindling. I feel
that's like it needs to be a rushed test. Maybe they're like, look, we need these numbers. Maybe it's not like a because I feel like if he's like, I need the credit for this, makes him kind of sound like awful. We don't really want that for our character. No. So maybe that's it. Maybe they're like, maybe the head guy's like, you know, we have investors or big business, you know, that they need to see these results now. So if you don't present me with some kind of actual research instead of just hypothesis within the next, like, I don't know, 48 hours, something like that, then we're going to pull funding for this project.
Right.
So he's like Kindling.
They know what's going on. They're forcing Brian's hand. Yeah. They're orchestrating
and they're using him as a pawn to get to Kindling.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they run the experiment, Kindling being trusting of him not knowing the extent of what it is he's been working on. And then, of course, they go through the procedure and Kindling gets his powers taken. Now, here's what we were discussing earlier, though, is my original idea when we pitched this was that this is essentially a reverse Uncle Ben moment.
Right.
He essentially killed this kid.
Right.
And when the powers are transferred, the kid's like, no, don't worry about me. You do what's right. Be a hero. And then dies. But when we're talking about it later,
I think that, I think that we could still do that over a long span where it's like there's a lot of emotion that comes from this kid. So the way that I'm thinking about it, and you can disagree or go anywhere which you want with it. And
any way you want it.
I'm welcome to kind of hear your point of view. But mine is where Brian administers this whatever we got going on to Kindling. Okay. Kindling realizes quickly after his powers are gone. Okay. He thinks that Brian tricked him.
Okay.
So there's this like huge like outburst of anger, but Kindling has no powers anymore. This kickstarts because we talked about it being like a mutation, being something that's within their DNA.
Okay.
And when you take something that's a part of your DNA, cancerous things start to develop.
Okay.
So I imagine that this is a slow-acting death that basically Brian just started him on.
Yeah. And
so
over time,
he
keeps dying.
He keeps dying while Brian's smart enough to understand, hey, this corporation played me.
Yeah.
they knew this was going to happen.
Which is why once he gets the abilities, he kind of goes over to the freelance side.
Right. So this is where he finds out the corporation that he works for, is terrible.
Yeah.
This is where Kindling starts talking about some things that they were doing.
Like the research that
and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because Brian has to know somehow.
Yeah.
Because if Kindling just dies, then he doesn't know.
Oh, good point. I never thought about that. Yeah.
So there's that emotional moment where Brian has to be like, okay, they want you dead. We need to get you out of here.
Yeah, yeah.
So then he ends up becoming the caretaker, and they.
As far as the world's concerned, Kindling's
Right.
dead, and then
Right.
he's taking care of Roy.
Right. And over time, he realizes, hey, this kid's dying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, coughing up blood.
And he starts working on some kind of, like, cure or something, but obviously,
Right.
He can't because it's cancer, and he focuses on
Right.
superheroes,
Right.
Yeah, I like that idea a lot, actually. And what I think would be a really cool idea is maybe because what I was kind of thinking when we were talking about this just a little bit ago was I feel like there needs to be some kind of lead in and build up to at least for a first arc. And I feel like a pretty clear ending point for this first arc would be Divinity tries to recreate whatever thing happened in the 70s that gave these people powers, because whatever it is that research that they're making Brian do isn't working.
Right.
They cannot figure out what gave them the powers, and they cannot figure out how to keep making heroes. They were lucky enough; they got a couple generations of people who had them, and then their kids had them, and their kids had them. But now we're reaching a dead zone where people just aren't getting powers anymore.
I mean,
and within maybe the next one or the one after that, they'll be gone.
Right.
So they try to recreate whatever it is. I can't remember if we decided on what it was. If there was like a bomb dropping or something.
I imagine like some sort of nuclear explosion.
Some kind of cataclysmic event that they've since obviously recovered from. They recreate themselves to try and manufacture more superheroes. And I think that's where Roy needs to die.
And I think that the beginning of it, where that first initial thing happened, it was remote. Like it was only affecting a small.
Maybe it was
a
test. Like maybe it was like
I would say that it's more of an accident. That this completely happened by chance, but
maybe they dropped. Maybe it was like a nuclear test or something like that, and then the bomb was just bigger than they expected, or something, and then it irradiated the people working on it.
Yeah,
and that's what gave them the powers, right? But then this one, like they drop it in like a city or something.
Yeah, that's what I was leading towards. Like they want to try to affect as many people as possible, so they want to do it in one of the largest concentrations of humans, New York City or something regarding like larger
Tampa
city.
Bay.
Really?
I don't.
Yeah. But like
just New York's just so played out. Like it's a good answer, but like maybe we do like
we don't even have to do it as in like real
Charlotte,
world.
North Carolina.
Yeah, we don't even have to do it as in like that. We could create names for cities that.
No, and that's also a good idea because I didn't even think about that. But yeah, I do kind of really like that. Like in Marvel, it's always like it's usually New York, but it's always real places for the most part, aside from like Wakanda or Latveria. But for the most part, it's like New York or like Hawkeyes from like LA.
We could have a city like named like
Gotham. No, I've already vacationed there. It was our first episode.
Or like Bloodhaven.
Bloodhaven, you might be onto something.
Yeah.
No. But I do really like that in DC they all have their own names. There's Star City, Coast City, Gotham, Metropolis, Smallville. Yeah, and they're all fictional. So actually, it might be a good idea if we do make our own city.
Because we can put.
And then if we bomb it, it wouldn't seem like a death threat to Columbus.
Yeah. So, yeah, I would
maybe
say we're
say
probably
like it's inspired by Columbus, but maybe we'll create our own city.
Like Centersville.
See, I'm trying to find like a generator or something of city names. These are all like fantasy. Like I looked up one and Mariner's Edge came up. That is definitely not what we're looking for. Bayshore. That's kind of cool. And unless we have some kind of like coast city, but
I feel like it needs to be some sort of scenic. Because I mean, if it needs to be like a destination location. Blue skies, waters, like California-esque, but not California.
Mm-hmm. Ontario.
Yeah. You mean like the Canada? The Canada?
Ah, I forgot about Canada.
Are we...
Roxbury?
That's... you heard of the Night of the Roxbury?
No.
What is up?
Baby, don't hurt me. I do know that one. I do know that one.
Me. It's a movie, and that's part of it.
Albuquerque.
That's New Mexico.
Browntown.
That sounds like the shit, man.
Cisco. This one says Cisco Heights. I kind of like Cisco something. Cisco City.
It reminds me of The Flash.
Oh, yeah, there is a character. Well, yeah, but it's fine. I don't care.
I do. We could always go...
I'm not very good at this one.
No, we could always go, like...
Browntown.
Put a pin in it. We're
yeah,
spending too much time.
yeah. We don't want to spend too much time on this, but yeah, we'll say it's a fictional city. We won't. Yeah. We'll decide that later. Then, I would say that's a good place to end this for now. Then,
I mean, we hashed out a good bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, we did a little bit more world building, which is absolutely important.
Yeah.
For a story as it would be, but yeah, I'm happy with where we are. I honestly I'm hoping that this screws up again. We can talk about it more the next.
I mean, to be perfectly frank with you, I have no issue with the next time I host. We just pick up where we left off. Or this is a universe we're building together. I mean, honestly, if next week you're like, man, kind of want to talk about that superhero universe again, we'll just pick up from there.
I feel like this could be a
few
episode.
This
series.
Is definitely the start of a series for sure. Well, that being said, if that's we're gonna put a pin in it for now. Quick recap.
Yeah.
Brian Wade is a researcher at Divination. Or not, no. No, that was right. Divinity. The Divinity Corporation.
Yeah.
Where he is a researcher on superheroes and superhero abilities, and of course this keeps him in touch with Roy Spencer, aka Kindling, the young hero, that accidentally finds out that they're essentially a breeding ground, and he's like, oh no, and Divinity Corporation's like, oh, you weren't supposed to see that. Hey, Brian, do your research. All right, time to experiment, and then takes his powers for himself on accident. And that's how we get introduced to the Outsider.
Dun, dun, dun.
I think that's pretty good. That's a pretty good start.
I like it.
That being said, on the topic of heroes, we did have some challenges this past week.
We sure did.
You had to read the second volume of Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
How was that? You like that?
I'm a big fan of Starducks.
Of what?
Starducks. There's a panel in the comic that is Starbucks, but it's Starducks.
Oh, I did see that. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really enjoying a lot of it. The Mach 1 or Mark 1 Spider-Man suit that they introduced in kind of made me throw up in my mouth a little bit.
What, the Iron Spider?
The one that Osborn came up.
Yeah. The golden red.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a crappier, clunkier version of the Iron Spider armor.
Yeah,
which that was kind of cool.
Terrible.
Not that bad. I
no,
mean,
it
good
it
for
is.
Spider-Man. No, it's way too clunky, but like, yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. The ending kind of put me in a little bit of a tizzy.
Yeah.
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 Also, a little bit of sexual undertones with the AI. With old Spider-Man. I could do anything you want.
Yeah, but like in a fun way.
Exactly.
You'll have to remind me where this one ends, because I have picked up since then. I did read issues 13 and 14 past that. I have not got around yet to 15, 16, or 17 yet, and I gotta get caught up because it's July now. I believe issue 18. Issue 18 is either already out or is coming out soon. So I got to get caught up so I can pick that up when it comes out. But yeah, so I'm a little bit further ahead than you are, so I don't remember for sure where this ends.
So this ends off with a whole Christmas family gathering.
Oh, yeah. That's
and
right.
Mr. Peter Parker wasn't there, but he was there.
No, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Because the suit does it instead. Do they reveal in here where Peter was?
Merry Christmas. No.
Okay, then I won't spoil it.
This is it.
Does like the tendrils coming off mean anything to you? the black words coming out.
Well, that's the words that were used with. That was why it was
Sure,
showing that
but
was the AI.
is it giving, as the girlies say, is it giving anything to you?
I mean, a symbiote.
Kinda. Like I said, it's kind of hard. Unless you're interested in reading any of the singles I have, you probably won't pick up this again until the next trade comes out, and I'll probably give it to you for your challenge. So do you want to talk a little bit about what happens after that, or would you rather?
I think so. I want to finish a little bit more about like this one particularly because I was really enjoying the back and forth between Harry and Peter.
Yeah, their
dynamic
relationship really well.
Yeah, their dynamic is honestly. I mean, obviously, it's more mature than the one, but whenever he blasted old was it Black Cat?
It was Black Cat, yeah.
Black Cat off the building. Dude was just like,
it's like, what? He's like, Harry,
Harry,
dude,
come on.
I ain't worried about it.
Yeah. And then, like, he brought his daughter in.
Yes.
That was interesting.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. I was wondering at first why, and like I said, this is where we can get into like 13, 14 if you're cool with it. I was kind of wondering why. I don't think they say it in this one at all, but they do reveal that she's actually 17 in this, which obviously is much younger than Peter Parker's 35, which normally Felicia Hardy's a love interest for him. So I'm thinking like, why introduce her as a 17-year-old when he's, which I guess makes sense because he's also 35 and married.
Yeah.
So obviously there wouldn't be any kind of love triangle there because he's a happily married man with children. The Peter Parker you saw at the Christmas party was obviously the suit. And the suit merges with Richard, his son. And Richard becomes Venom. Not like Venom, not like
yeah,
but no, he's essentially Spider-Man Jr. and because of the it's not a symbiote because like, it's a like nanobot thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's that other conscious in there, and the symbiote. Or when Peter was wearing the suit, he was like, "Make your consciousness me." I talk to myself all the time. It'd be helpful to bounce off myself. Right. So the consciousness that's in that suit is Peter. So Peter, robot Peter, essentially is talking to Richard and helping him be Spider-Man to try and find Peter because Peter's been kidnapped by Kraven the Hunter.
Okay.
And the 13, 14 that I read are basically Peter trying to escape and get out, and then Richard trying to learn how to become, Venom. I don't know if they specifically call him Venom, but on the Marvel comics Instagram page I saw they character bios he is being referred to as Venom.
That's really interesting.
I think that's super cool. I was like, it's already kind of cool enough that he has the kids or whatever, but the fact they're incorporating them into it and and I like that they did that because May was already kind of in on it because she was talking about picking the suits up, whatever. That's cool. But then Richard was just kind of there. He just read books. So I think it's really cool that they incorporated him. Not only did they incorporate him, but they made him a spider person. I think that's really cool.
I do too.
But yeah, I'm loving the new Ultimate Spider-Man, dude. It's so good.
I'm enjoying it too. I think it was.
You know what I enjoyed a lot less though?
I know.
Fire Force.
It hurt my soul yesterday, and it hurts my soul today.
I just felt it's just so tropey.
Yeah.
There was a lot of the stereotypical I gotta be the best. I'm gonna be a hero. I'm gonna save people. And then there's the big strong guy, and there's the guy who takes everything too seriously, and then there's the girl who just can't seem to put on all of her clothes at one time. Yeah. There's. I made the comparison yesterday too. It just feels a lot like if you replaced superheroes in My Hero Academia with firefighters.
Yeah.
And absolute utmost respect to real life firefighters, but
these aren't
firefighters are boring in my opinion, and you can't swap out superheroes with firefighters. It doesn't work. It is not the same.
I feel like it's a wordplay, but in the power scaling of all anime, Shinra is up there.
Yeah, that's nonsense.
They consider him top 5, maybe even closer up towards
that
number
so
one spot.
who beats him out then? Who's strong? Obviously, I imagine Goku.
So no,
No.
not even close.
What isn't Goku one of like the strongest guys like ever?
No.
Man, I'm not anime.
So, I think that there a lot of lists up there are talking about different like
Deku,
god level powers. I am hearing you. I'm ignoring you. But like reality manipulating. Like there's different scalings where they're like outerversal, multiversal. You know, their feats have to be. You know, they got to be feetin.
Feet.
Yeah. But there's a lot of lists out there that put. There's an anime called Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah, you had me watch that at one point. Remember?
Yeah. Truth. They
I
have
don't think I got the
truth. Truth. I mean, he would have been shown in the first episode.
Oh, maybe I did get the truth and didn't realize it.
Where he went through the.
Oh yeah. When he's a kid.
That
then,
white guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's called
classic
truth.
white guy. Everyone knows white guy's the truth.
But don't say that.
Yeah, I don't know what I meant by that. That's
yeah.
Well, what's up? Let's go over that.
But no. So most would consider truth as like the highest because a lot of his like feats in what that whole universe is and everything. He's just like a god.
And then right below that's Goku.
No, not even close.
Is Vegeta more powerful than Goku? Am I tripping? Is it Vegeta next?
No. Technically, Goku's not even the strongest in his.
Okay, well then who's the strongest in his?
Whis. No, not Whis. The Grand Priest or something like that.
I thought you said Whist.
I think it's called like it's
Twinkle,
the god of
twinkle,
that whole thing.
Star, and I make myself a sandwich.
Yeah. But either way,
I don't know. It was a fun watch, but I have zero interest in picking up and going further than 5 episodes.
which is fair.
Which doesn't happen a lot. I will say, at least, I didn't really enjoy this one, but,
Is this one of the only
better than
ones that like
Trigun.
you don't want to go back to? Because I feel like there's very little in the whole scheme of it. I've given you roughly 18
you've given
animes
me
at
some
this
pretty
point.
good ones, and I think obviously aside from, like, Trigun, I think the only...
No, there was another one.
Was there another one?
Yeah, there was another one that was like meant to be bad.
I don't know. We've done this 17 times up to this
Yeah.
point. Like, I cannot remember. Well, I guess technically not because we both failed
2 of them.
once together and once each.
Uh-huh.
So technically twice it's repeated. So that's
Yeah.
what, 15? That's still 15 different animes I've had to watch for the show.
I would say 13 because there's been times I've given you continuations of. Okay. So I think I'm going to go ahead and give you a challenge, sir. So I think I'm going to
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not.
All right, so I think I'm going to go ahead and give you
Give
your
me
challenge.
my challenge. What do I have to watch this time?
So I've been giving you a lot of the one I want to give you.
Yeah.
You're going to have to wait till Saturday, and I'm going to give you 3 episodes of it.
3.
It's going to be called Lord of Mysteries.
Lord of Mysteries.
It's a new animation coming out of China, so it's a Chinese animation, and it's probably one of, if not the best animation I've ever seen, and up there upon try that again, and it's up there among the best animation I've ever seen in my entire life.
What's better than that? Spider-Verse?
No, because that's just.
Careful.
I liked it, but it was just a lot of colors, man.
You know what sounds so good right now? A fruit punch brisk.
Okay, we get through this, buddy,
Lord
and
of
I will go
Mysteries.
get you.
Lord of Mysteries.
Yeah, it's a fantastic anime. I will say, at the beginning, just pay attention.
As
it's
opposed
hard,
to every other time when I don't pay attention.
Well, it's just hard to follow along too.
Okay.
Right.
Noted.
But yeah,
I got a challenge for you.
yes, sir.
You know that Nightwing comic book I was talking about at the beginning of this episode?
No, I can't remember.
Oh, well, okay. It's Tom Taylor's run of Nightwing, the very first
Yeah.
volume. You got to read that.
Oh, I get to read Dumpy.
Yes. Well, I realized I started you off with Invincible. I've since given you Spider-Man. My 3 favorite superheroes are those 2 and Nightwing, and I don't think I've given you any Nightwing yet because to be honest with you, the only Nightwing trades I have are I think it's the entirety of the New 52 run. It's the first five volumes at least. And in my opinion, man, the New 52 run of Nightwing is not great. It's written by Kyle Higgins, which is the same guy who made and writes Radiant Black, and I love Radiant Black.
Yeah.
But you can tell there's a lot of like studio meddling when it comes to his Nightwing run.
Yeah.
And it's just not very good in my opinion. But no disrespect to Kyle Higgins because I do think he's a fantastic writer. But Tom Taylor's run on Nightwing is phenomenal. So I figured that'd be a great place to get you started as far as Nightwing goes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And we have the Nightwing. We have the book, so we can do what we we call every single week.
Yeah.
Roll for ending.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we rolled a 19 here on the Variety Voiceover this week, which means we're going on vacation. Derek, you are sitting way too close to me. We paid for 3 seats that we could have one in the middle.
I cannot fly without my poodle.
With your what?
My poodle. You know this. Don't even.
When did you bring a poodle? How did you get it past it? How did I not see this poodle?
We've been walking through TSA together. What do you mean?
That's what I'm saying. I did not see this poodle.
Yeah, I found it. I just found this.
Did you steal someone's poodle? Listen, we gotta get locked in. We're about to take off on this flight. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to the Variety Voiceover Nerdcast. That's all for this week. In the meantime, you can check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. While on YouTube, you can check out Come Back Kid Films for video projects. You can email us and be part of the show at varietyvoiceoverpod@gmail.com. But as for now, this voice is over. Do you know where we're going, by the way? I don't. Did you pick? I think you got the tickets.
Florida.
We're in for a long one. Watch a movie on the flight.
Depends.
I watched The Iron Giant on the last flight I was on. It's the first time I've ever seen it. Yeah, it's great. Do you know who voices The Iron Giant?
Ben Stiller.
No, Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel. Fam. Whoa. Did you feel? Whoa. The engine gave out.
There's 2 of them.
So pop. The other engine gave out. We're going down.
It's the plot of Lost all over again.
Is it? Are we gonna get superpowers? I've never seen Lost. I heard it's really good though.
Oh man.
Yay! Guess how much caffeine I had today?
Too much.
I actually didn't have any. Crazy what a good night's sleep will do to you.
You sleeping better?
No. Actually, funny enough, on Monday night, I slept on my friend's couch.